Hi everyone, today in this video another mental model that obviously can be helpful for you because mental models are representations about how the reality works, and obviously as much more you grasp them, as much more information you have, it more type of probability you're gonna be someone that's gonna take best decisions because you're obviously gonna grasp more how the reality works and understanding so how your actions gonna create has outcomes since you predict better what so are the consequences of your action. And obviously if you apply the decision making in the fields that you want to get prosperity, they are mainly in trying so to get prosperity in the family and building meaningful type of relationships, in accumulating money, so having success in the career, you're always gonna have so to get ability to make a good type of decisions. And then today, what's gonna be the mental model that we're gonna talk? Rule theory, whole society signals to invisible scripts. So the mental model is applied in sociology, and this can be useful for you by understanding so what is the social system that you are present, and obviously as much information you have about the system that you are, better you're still gonna have like information about so how to perform in them. And then so I really expect you to help me by subscribing and afterwards seeing other videos so to make you a better person. And so today we're gonna talk about the role theory. And then so first way to start is ever felt like you're playing different roles in different situations. So at work you're a professional. With friends you're kind of relaxed. With family we're someone else entirely. And that's where more kind of appears the role theory. So depending the context that you are, you have a role to assign to make the system work. Probably in your family, you have more a main character type of role that you so kind of behave in a group of 5, 6 people that you consider your family. Then you probably are the leader and you make decisions about so how the family is gonna do what's all. In the work, you probably in a department, you work in a department of marketing or you work in a department of finances, and then so you have a role in that whole system. So depending on the system that you are, you have a different role. And what so explains this tendency to people have roles and not. So we have what specialization. So people tend to do things that they're most prone to do based in what they like more, in what they better, and so what they perceive that as well other ones makes and praises the value that they aggregate by ruling so a specific role. And obviously the other characters, how opportunity goes, so it's easier is to me so to do the behavior. If it's like in terms of the job, is the job close to my home? Probably is the ones that I'm gonna have a higher probability to work on. So is jobs that someone that I do like, probably so a one there as well, so have a higher likelihood to work on. So we have a tendency to over the time get assigned in some specific roles that analyzing all the criteria that so makes and impacts so our decision making. It's having something out how easy it is to do, how I like, how is my day-to-day life doing it, is the one that I score higher in terms of obviously having knowledge about if they exist or not. And then so I tend to work in that ones, and obviously over the time and we have a economy people so it's gonna get assigned to some specific roles, so people works in doing some stuffs while other ones do other ones, and it's like the type of magician of the economy, one of the most type of beautiful things that we have created, that you can enjoy things that you would not have participated, your role doesn't have like a direct type of influence in doing the thing, but you enjoy like use a headphone, use a computer, use a television, with a higher probability that you neither know a piece or a ton about how they work. And that's so something that what you have to understand. You have to accept. You have to understand that you cannot do something. So if you can do something, you don't have a role. In reality, you work by roles. So you specialize in something. You have a specific role in society. And so how you perform? You perform by accepting that you're gonna have to choose a role and accept that the majority of the things that you can expect as good are mainly taken from you being the best as possible in just one specific role, in not trying to perform whole roles that exist. So that's the thing that we're going to develop a bit further in this video. But then, so what I want you to understand, these roles come with obviously expectations, rules, and norms that we follow, sometimes without even realizing so. Like we have example, think of the society, like we understand the society that we have roles. So we have roles. I cannot commit crimes to so remain the society being static and remain things in order. I'm playing a role. I'm playing an economic role. So I use my forces. I use my mental energy to educate myself in schools, in colleges, and then so to produce materials, you produce work for other ones so to get served. So I understand my role. Your role isn't just a title, so it's a set of behaviors that you're expected to perform. And obviously, we have the ones that are more formal, like being a teacher or doctor, but some ones you as well have and are a bit more informal, like being a friend or mentor. And what's the common thing of whatever is formal or informal? You always have like a tendency to get expectations by in your sole person. You also have to tendency to follow norms and rules, and then so depending the role that you are, you as well kind of have the flexibility to understand if you're being a father or if you're being a doctor. So depending the role that you're performing, you as well have the tendency to even sometimes subconsciously reshift so the way that you behave based in the role that you're performing right now. And obviously, so I give examples. Workplace dynamics, a CEO and the intern behave differently because of their roles, even if their personalities are similar. In one, so in an environment that doesn't exist the roles that conditionize that much of our behavior, probably so that CEO and other interns gonna have the same behavior. Probably both ones, if you compare them as fathers, they're gonna be the same. But if you see in their workplace, they are much different because what? They have expectations, norms, rules different, which so conditionates the way that I behave other than just like my natural way to behave. Gender roles, so society has long dictated different expectations for men and women. You see it influencing career choices, behavior, and even emotions. What do we tend to see? We tend to say that men are the ones that have to wear to go on, and then so you see that the most type of jobs that are more manual, the ones that requires more forces, the ones that probably takes more risks, is the ones that normally are given more for the man. While what's the people wants the human to be someone, to be careful, to have care of other ones. That's why majority of the nurses are women, the majority of the teachers are women, the majority of people that takes care about the elder people, the teachers taking care of kids. Because what? Because the women are educated to have this role. And obviously, so the society builds an image that I want to perform, and as well it develops. It makes me more prone to develop these skills. So it's more easier to a women arrange work in that specific type of jobs, and sometimes women's are kind of in childhood are more prone to the parents to require them to develop these skills in home in comparison with a man. And then so they naturally they're gonna specialize in doing the jobs, which makes it easier so to arrange a job with that requires that same skills, because a lot in social construction. So subconsciously we as well are kind of at the other ones attributes roles to us without even us having this active force to show them. Social media personas as well, people often perform a highlight reel version of themselves online, shaping how they're perceived by others. But then so I think it's already clear what is the thing that I want you to get. Another thing that we have to get, don't have the stress to think that you just have to be someone. Have you said that? You have to get plasticity. It's like the main type of thing that humans and differential other ones. So we're able to have flexibility. We're different depending the context that we are. That's our emotional intelligence. That's like our intelligence to adapt. That's something that you have to cultivate in not feeling that you're kind of two-faced. You don't have to understand that you don't have always to be the same. Exist moods, it exists so your feelings that have not to be the same. So you have to understand that it's something that you take advantages depending the social context that you are, you performing in different ways. But then so now I'm already developing a section that's important, that is how to use all this rule theory to your advantage. So understand your roles, Recognize the roles you play in different contexts. Are they serving you or they are limiting you? So understand that the roles that you play have to match what you believe that is so your principles. So you have to work in things that you like, things that you're better. So if your principle is to get prosperity in your life, you cannot expect so to have prosperity in a role that you feel that is limiting in what are the skills that you have developed over your time and the skills that you want more to perform. So if I believe that I'm someone that is lovely, someone that has a lot of love to give, I'm someone that other ones feel a lot good with me. Why I'm performing in a task that I'm doing the things alone? It's not people not will perceive me as valuable because if I'm just so do a job that requires me to express so this lovely side of me, that's the one that I've been developed, is the one that people will more praise. I'm going to have a competitive advantage in comparison to other ones that are performing that same role. And as I say, we behave in a world that we're living in a winner takes all, and we are exponentially more well praised as so we were better, the best, like top 5, 10 in a one specific header, other than just trying to perform in all headers at average levels. So challenge role expectations. Just because society sends a role doesn't mean you have to accept it. So the redefine roles can lead to social change. It was something that was the foundations of some movements that are obviously important in the last century, like Black Lives Matter, and leverage roles for influence. So if you understand expectation tied to a role, you can use it to navigate power dynamics, negotiations, and social interactions more effectively. So this obviously video is not that full developed, we not give that much of practical examples, but it's a video that I expect to you to kind of be a trigger to you to go further in the reflection about what's your paper in the society. So I expect this video has helped you, and I expect you also to subscribe in order to help me. So see you in the next one.